Well, hey YouTube, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Back at you once again here with my ham radio journey. Guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about the thumbnail. I'm sure gave it away, but we're going to talk about some of the, let's say, the downsides of owning a beam, be that a Hex Beam or a tri-bander beam, a Yagi, whatever your beam antenna is. This is the downside that may happen to you. So let's get started and talk about that right after this. All right, guys. Anyway, so we recently, and I didn't film any or didn't record any of it, and I wish I would have now, but we had a windstorm the other day. I believe it was Friday? Might have been Friday, Thursday or Friday. Anyway, it doesn't matter what day. But the wind gusts, the unsustained, now it wasn't a sustained gust, but the wind gusts were up to peaking at 60 to 65 miles an hour. Pretty sustainable winds, probably around 40 to 45. They pretty much stayed at. But what happened was, and I'm going to take you outside, we're going to look at this because we're going to fix it together. But what happened was the antenna had a bit of a mishap. So we're going to go outside and look at that. First, I want to show you one other thing here. So let's take a look at this first. Okay, guys, so the rotor controller itself, okay, let's look at this. The rotor controller believes that the beam right now is pointing west. All right, now 270 degrees west. That's where it thinks the heading of the hex beam is at this moment in time. But the controller may not always be directly in sync with what your antenna outside is actually doing. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a walk outside and have a look. I'm going to show you where the antenna is pointed. And, obviously I explained there was a lot of wind. And I'm going to show you what I think happened. And then we're going to try to correct it. All right, let's go ahead outside. All right, we're going to try to see the antenna now here. If you can see it up there. All right. We'll get a closer look at the rotor when we go up on the roof. But the antenna itself, I told you, it should be pointing west, which is actually, it should be over here, should be the front of it, right? Well, I'll show you where, because I got this marked with my house here. So you see the rear of the antenna, the coax cable that going into the rear? This should be the front. This is west, okay? It actually spun itself completely around. It's actually facing east, okay? To my best guess right now, that's where it's facing east. So, all right, let's go up there, and I'm going to show you a little bit closer look and show you what I'm talking about. We'll get some tools out there and get her fixed up. Since we have a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania, it's a good day to get that thing fixed. So let's get up there and get it done. Okay, guys, I don't know why my mic's not working. Here's the first thing I can see that happened. I'm not sure if it's there or down here. I don't think it's those. I think it's probably down here at the bottom. Anyway, if you see my rotor connection here, okay, which it's really tight there. You see where it's stretching the cable. Myself and Tom actually had that back here. Okay, so that's the first problem. And I think, I don't think this actually turned as much as I bet you the pipe is the culprit down here. So I'm going to have to go down and get my wrenches, get this loosened up first. Turn this thing back around because that's really pulling hard. That could break out of there in no time. Yes, it's not there. Alright, let me go down and get some tools here. Alright guys, so under a little bit more examination here, I've determined that this rotor bracket here could not have turned. The reason is, there's a bolt. We drilled a hole and there's a bolt that goes all the way through the center of that. See on this side? So it's not broke off, so this could not have turned. It's definitely pipe down here, which has happened before. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to loosen this up, and we're going to readjust that. I don't know if, I doubt that the camera will stay up here at all because of the wind. There's a lot of wind here today, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll lose my camera off the top of the... All right, let's see. I think those are standards. Not really sure. We're gonna have a look here and see where we're at. Yeah, no. Obviously they're 1/2 inch. We're gonna loosen these up. And these things are double nutted, but I think the pipe is so smooth that it just was able to turn. That's kind of what happened to it. It cannot fall through because it's capped on the bottom. So this pipe here can't fall through there. We're gonna try to get her back around west and see where I can go from there. I'm truly lucky the cable rotor didn't break. Oh, come on, Jack. Maybe we'll do this. Sock it out of here. Make life a little easier on me. So this is one of the downsides to owning a rotor or a rotatable antenna. One of our club members told me once, they said, look, Jack, you know, you probably don't want to buy a beam because you got to do it with the rotor. He runs a DS Commander and he loves it, absolutely loves it. So it's easy, it's ground mounted. It's really windy up here. As long as I don't blow off the roof. Now, why can't I find my 1/2 inch? 3/8. Yeah, everything but half. 5/16, half. Half. Good, wonderful. All right. Not a good day to work on the antenna either. Not optimal, that's for sure. If I can just get it twisted around and tightened back down, I think I'll be good. All right. The pitch on this roof is not bad, so that's a bonus. It is enough to lose a wrench off of. Like I said, these have lock nuts on them, so you wouldn't think it would turn, but that wind was pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad out. All right. Lose my wrench. Snug some of these down here and I'll get a reading on my compass. See where we're at. Yeah, it held up there. Let's see here now. It looks like it's pointing west. I'm just using the compass on my phone to see if we are pointing west. It's a little bit off west. We'll point it over a little bit more that way. A little bit more that way. All right, let's have another peek here and make sure, but I think we're good. Yeah, west that way. All right. We're going to snug her up now. I want to go up and turn the rotor. All right. All right. So now the front of the antenna here is actually pointing west. Okay, that is west. North is right over there. Yeah, that's right. Right. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's good. You can shut it off. Thank you. Love you. Bye. All right. So she got to turn north now. So we know the rotor's going the right way. Could be a little bit more north. Uh-oh. Mayday. Hope if I put the wrench in my pocket. Yeah, I did. Okay. So we're going to move it a little bit more north. Just a little bit off. Not that much. Loosen these back up here. Might as well get it adjusted when I'm up here. All right. We're going to call that right on north. All right, guys. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I talked to Callan, the DS commander. I said, hey, if you send me one, I'll compare it with the Hex Beam. But He said he didn't want to try that test. All right, there's that one. All right, so, but you know, I'd rather the antenna turned than broke. So if it gave a little bit and, you know, it had to spin a little bit, that's all right. That's easy to fix. Whereas if the whole thing, would have broke off, I mean, that would have been horrible, right? So, anyway, the way I'm going to remedy this, I already talked to the missus and we discussed it. So I think I'm going to change this aluminum thing out here, this thing from Amazon, which it's been holding up, don't get me wrong, it's been working. But I think I want to buy one of the roof towers. You guys have probably seen those at the Hamfest. So I think that's what I'm going to buy next. I'd like to put a tower up in the, you know, beside the garage. That would probably be the ultimate. Not a lot of you guys watching this are saying, yeah, Jack, that'd be a thing to do. But they're hard to find. And they're very, 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 very expensive. So you do have that, you know, going. But I tell you one thing, working with a beam and guessing where it's at, pretty tough. So all right, I'll close this video out here in a minute. Okay, guys, well, the Hex Beam is back, recalibrated. I didn't lose too many days with it being off calibration. And I'm telling you what, man, when you're using a Yagi or a Hex Beam or any rotatable antenna, and it's off and you're thinking, okay, it's pointed east, so if I turn it west, it'll be, you know, if I turn it west, it'll be east. If I turn it east, it'll be west. If I turn it north, it'll be south. You know what I mean? Just gets really complicated in the brain there. So anyway, but yeah, we'll have one last look at her there. You can see today too, it's a little windy today. Might be able to see it moving around there a little bit. But like I said, I'm glad the rotor or rotator, the rotor control cable didn't snap on me there. So I left it a little bit more of a loop just in case it happens again before I get my roof tower. Like I said, I want to change that out and put a thrust bearing up there. That's my next goal. I'll be doing that this summer, this spring. But yeah, guys, the Hex Beam, luckily, man, has held its own, man. I was really, really panicking. I couldn't wait for it to get dark the other night because then I couldn't see it anymore. You know, out of sight, out of mind. But I mean, that thing was whipping and rolling and falling back and forth. Like, it was just really, really crazy to watch it. But I just checked all the cables. Everything is up. Everything is where they should be. So I think we're okay. We are now pointed west. That's kind of where I say I park it because I can look out my kitchen window right here and I can always tell if it moved or not. So that's why I park it west. But yeah, anyway, so there you have it. All right, guys. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you. Like I said, never know when we're going to record. So, and I had some thoughts of recording some stuff, you know, different angles and stuff, but it's just too windy up here. I just can't put a camera at the end of the garage. I would definitely lose it. So see if you can see me better here somewhere. Looking for some sun. Here's some, oh, there's the sun. There we go. That might be a little better. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT. Your good old friend Jack. This is my ham radio journey. And guys, if you've been thinking about getting a rotating antenna, either Yagi or the Hex Beam, you know, and I'll put the link for this Hex Beam in the description below. Like I said, I'm not associated with the guy at all. He is in, I believe he's in Florida. He ships relatively fast once you get your order, especially if he has them made and on hand. You pick yourself up one. It's been a great antenna, man. I've been crushing some DX with it and just having a great time with it. So, you know, maybe it's what you need on your house. Who knows? But guys, thanks for watching. You know, and again, if you're not subscribed, why not? Click that subscribe button, guys. Give me a big thumbs up on this video. I would appreciate it. And until next time, I hope to catch you on the airways, guys. 73s, and I'll see you in the next video.